Good morning, everybody, here in the center and at the live stream. Welcome, everybody. My name is Monica Kramer. I am a minister here at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I welcome you to this morning's meditation. Take a moment to make sure that you are seated comfortably. Rest your hands loosely in your lap if that's good for you. And now, if you feel comfortable, you may want to close your eyes. And if not, just gaze in front of you on the floor, just to keep out all distractions around you. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And then slowly exhale. Empty your lungs completely with your out breath. Just allow any tension to melt away as you gradually relax more and more deeply with each breath. Take another long breath in, hold it, and then exhale. Take a third deep breath. Take your time, hold it for a moment, and then let it go. Already you are beginning to drift into a state of deep relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and gently. Relax. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head. Sense or imagine a feeling of relaxation beginning to spread down from the top of your scalp. Let the muscles in your forehead and temples relax. Allow your eyes to relax. Let your cheeks and jaw soften and let go of all tension. Now this peaceful feeling flows down your neck and deep into the muscles in your shoulders, soothing them, releasing them. Breathe. Allow this peaceful feeling to flow through your arms, relaxing and soothing, all the way to the tips of your fingers. As your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. Your thoughts become weightless, like wisps of clouds in the breeze. And now the peaceful sensation flows through your chest and your stomach. Feel how your stomach gently rises and falls as you breathe slowly and deeply, soothing and relaxing. Turn your attention to your back and feel this relaxing sensation flow all the way down your spine. Now the peaceful feeling flows through your lower body. Relax your buttocks, the back of your thighs, the front of your thighs. Feel all these large strong muscles becoming loose and relaxed. Soothing feelings flow down through your knees and into your calves. Your ankles relax. Now your feet relax. Your entire body is soft, calm, and relaxed. Now it's time to leave the external world behind and go on an inner journey. A journey to a place of deep inner peacefulness. Now imagine to let go. In your mind, let go of excess weight. See your body trim and slim and feel the influx of energy. Let go of things and items you don't have any use for anymore. Imagine going through your entire household and let go. Clean out the basement, the garage, cupboards, closets, and drawers. Feel the freedom. Turn your attention toward your inner being, the garden of your mind. Let go now of beliefs that are not true anymore. Let go. Let go of old habits. Let go. Let go of any feelings, no matter what they might be. Let them go. Let go of emotions. Let go. Let go of all that you know about yourself. Let go. Let go of whatever it is that makes you you. Trust the process. Let go. It is here deep within you where the connection is to spirit. Step forward now, clear and free. Let spirit communicate with you and open your heart. Allow yourself to ask any question and then wait and listen. Listen with your inner ears. Listen with your intuition. Listen with your whole being for the next few minutes. In this space right here, right now, you are safe. You are supported. All your questions have been answered. You have received what you have asked for, and it is within to know. Spirit has spoken. and you have listened. It is now time to do as asked. It may be forgiveness. It may be letting go. Whatever was revealed is now healed. Perfection is already accomplished. Today I am made new. Today I celebrate my new me. And slowly but surely come back to this room. Move your fingers and toes. Stretch a little. And when you're ready, open your eyes and be fully back, conscious, alert, and awake, ready for an awesome day. Namaste.
don't stop to wonder what the world is coming to. They get something higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh, yeah. So the truth keeps telling me, sing commemoration for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh, oh, so we let it watch over us. We let it make us kinder, lift us higher. We let it be. We let it early in the morning watch over us, make us kinder. We let it be. Cry along the way, walking through the sadness. For a world I need to know, love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh, so the truth keeps telling me, love's the only answer into all humanity. We can stay inspired, reveal the way to greater love. Oh, let it watch over us, let it make us kinder. Early in the morning, let it be. We let it early in the morning, hold us together, make us kinder. Let it be. Let the love watch over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. We let the peace, we let the peace wash over us. We let That made me really loud. Hi, everybody. How are you? It's wonderful to see everybody here. Hello, Love Stream people. If you don't know who the Love Stream people are, those of you who are here, look up and wave at George Clooney. Hi, now you're not doing it. Hey, everybody wave at George Clooney. And George Clooneyite, wave back. Hello. I want to welcome everybody to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. And if you're new to our center, I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to any Center for Spiritual Living before, there's a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. And by that I mean that we recognize there are 8 billion people on this planet. That means 8 billion sparks of the divine expressing itself, themselves, as our unique way. And so if what you hear here resonates with you, that's wonderful. But we also recognize we may not be everybody's cup of tea. And so we support you in finding your right and perfect path, because we know that we're all on one, because we are here. You've heard this saying before, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And how you express and live that human experience is unique to you. And we honor your right to do that. So what I would like to ask is, if there's anybody who is here for the first time, we don't want to embarrass you. We just want to say, hey, hand you a brochure and let you know that you're absolutely welcome here. Any new people today? Right back here. Do we have, Valda, could you go and grab a couple of brochures? Usually we have a brochure for you. And we're going to make sure that we get one for you. And just know you're really welcome here. If nothing else speaks to you, let your toes go tapping, because the music is fabulous and we're fabulous. And so we're glad that you're here. So thanks for being here. Right here in the middle with the pigtails, and also sitting with Yale here in the corner. Okay, so we're going to start out by singing what we call our Kong song. This must be an agape day today. So how are we going to do this?
We're just going to sing it not slow at the beginning.
We're not going to sing it not slow in the beginning. I understand what she means. You may not, but stand up and follow her.
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide, 'cause God and I are one. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, 'cause I'm only here for God. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. This is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide, 'cause God and I are one. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, 'cause I'm only here for God. 'Cause I'm only here for Spirit. 'Cause I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit, 'cause I'm only here for God.
So it was a little fast, a little slow, some lyrics, some not. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, it was perfect. So we're always so happy to have little ones here with us. So Miss Rachel and Jude, and I thought I saw another little one. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, there we go. You know, when I was new here, people keep thinking of me as the new minister. I've been here almost 10 years. But when I was new here and they had a song for the kids went out, and I said, you know, I would love to have a song accompany me. Go for it. I would love to have a song accompany me through life. And this one, without even skipping a beat, does this.
Something like that.
Little something like that. I've never forgotten that, Oliver, and I love you even. So let me tell you what's going on, because things are starting to speed up again. So our Prosperity Plus 3 class is starting on Tuesday night. We've got a nice crowd of people signed up. I hope we get more signed up today. Let me tell you what this class is about. It's a 7-week course on prosperity, but prosperity isn't just about money. It includes money, but it is about living a fully, as Ernest Holmes would call it, a fully orbed life. So you work on not only your prosperity consciousness about money, but also your creative self-expression, how you want to show up in the world, how your relationships are going, how you want your relationships to be, about your physical health, how you want your physical health to be. All of these are the things that we work on with this. And Mary Morrissey, who actually is the facilitator that we will watch a video of, Mary is the most masterful teacher I know about this particular topic. And so we watch a video of her, and she is so engaging. Those of you who have taken the course know what I'm talking about. She's so engaging. And then we take a little bit of break, and then afterwards we talk about how it applies in our personal lives. It's a wonderful class. I cannot recommend it enough. Now, I always need to be very clear about this. This is a tithing course. By tithing, I mean you commit for the 7 weeks of the class. You commit to tithing, giving a percentage of your income, a percentage of your time as far as volunteer works, as far as volunteer working, and a portion of your talent. How can you show up in the world? Now, nobody's like behind you looking at your tax receipts or anything like this. This is between you and your higher self. But I am telling you that if you go and take just a step outside of your comfort zone, because that's scary to think about, I guarantee you results. I guarantee you results. And the guarantee that I can offer is that if after the 7 weeks you do not feel more prosperous, I will give you your financial tithe back. And I can make that guarantee because in 25 years, I've only had to do it once. And that was because the person didn't follow the program, but I wasn't going to argue with him about that. So I just want you all to know that what have you got to lose but 7 weeks of your time around like-minded, wonderful spiritual people learning about cool stuff. So Lance is here today. He can get you signed up for it. It's $50 your initial investment, which is just getting you registered for the course. And then the course materials are basically $40 US. We're recommending that you do it digitally because you'll get the stuff right away, whereas if you order the hard copy stuff, it's going to take a little while to get through all the machinations that it has to get here. So anyway, see Lance after service. Those of you who are on live stream, you can either call the office or register online on the website. And I look forward to seeing everybody on Tuesday night. I'm excited. Yes. It's a different, thank you, Suzanne. That's a good question. Suzanne is asking, what if somebody has taken either Prosperity 1 or Prosperity 2? This is a different course. It's a similar format, but the things that she's teaching from a book called Working with the Law, which is one of the most amazing books I've ever known. I know, it's so awesome. It's what brought you guys to the center initially. I know, it's absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to recommend that you just go ahead and make the investment of the $40 US and get the materials for this particular course. Good question, thank you. Any others? All right, so that's happening this Tuesday. Who's excited? Woo! Okay, I'm excited. Okay. So I talked about gifting or tithing of your time and talent. Here's a way you can do it, whether or not you're in the class. We're looking for people to be greeters, ushers, work in hospitality, give Marty a break every once in a while. Work up in this sound booth. Well, boy, what a wonderful thing. Handyman, fix-it kind of stuff. So you can see Connie, you can see Sabrina, or you can see Lance if this is something that's calling to you. And today, we're working on the hill, which is right back here. Woohoo! So that hill's always just been kind of a hill, just like there. And a couple of years ago, a group out of U of C came to us and said, we would like to develop the hill at no cost to you, and we would like to plant some plants and just make it really, really attractive and kind of local plants, trees, and that type of thing. And we're like, yes! And they started, and then COVID hit. And so it's been looking like it's been looking for a couple of years. And so we want to get it pretty. So if you feel like it and you want to stay afterwards and help, you're gonna move things, you're gonna mulch stuff, you're gonna dig, you're gonna plant. It's cool, right? I know we got a lot of gardeners and stuff. So and we're gonna feed you. So if that feels like it's something you want to do, that's today right after service, and you can just go and join in with the group. Okay, so these are our ongoing groups. And incidentally, all this information is on the website and in the newsletter in case you missed something. Our Consciousness Seekers is on summer break. Coffee with Dr. Pat, Wednesdays, that's with me at noon on Zoom. Thursday meditation on Zoom at 7. The Sagers are also on summer break. Laughter Yoga is the first Tuesday of the month with Sharon Faulkner and Heather Baradia. And then we have a brand new hiking social group. And I know people are so loving that. And you can see Neil Williams or get his website. Then you can find out what, apparently you guys are going to be doing stuff like weekly. So that's awesome. We're all about community. How cool is that? I love that. Okay, so everybody take a breath. Got done with all the business. Now we're going to go into our more spiritual place. So Reverend Monica is going to give us our spiritual mind treatment. I'm going to invite any other ministers or practitioners in the house. Connie, Valda. All righty. So Amy is going to lead us in a chant. And then Reverend Monica is going to give us our spiritual mind treatment, which is our affirmative prayer. So I invite you to just go within. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole.
That one power is whole, perfect, and complete. It is everywhere, equally present. And I tap into it as it is at the base of my being, my fuel, my joy, my source. And from that source, I speak my word here today on behalf of each and every one present. Present in mind, present online, in person, spiritual, physical. There is no difference. We are all one. And so I speak my word to plant the seed of a day of developing a mind of freedom and choice, hope and love, peace and freedom that extends into all corners of the universe. And so I know through that activity of letting go, I free myself. I free myself and others. And I gain a momentum that moves me forward into the next phase of my life, the next phase of my being, whatever that may be. That which brings me power and freedom and joy and harmony. And so knowing that this is already accomplished right here, right now, I let go with a grateful heart. I give thanks and let it be. Knowing that it is already here, that it is already mine. And we affirm it by saying together, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I'm letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole.
And now I'd like you to speak with me our vision statement. And it goes like this. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And our mission statement that brings about that vision goes: the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Yeehaw!
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Monica. Beautiful treatment. Thank you, Amy and John. Beautiful song. John, I like you just put like cool chords in the background. It's very, very awesome. So, I actually made this as a request for the first song leading up to my talk, because it is an original by our own Amy Bishop. So please welcome Amy Bishop and Elevation. It's the cry of a baby. It's the whisper in prayer. It's voices and laughter. It's the wind in the stillness and the spaces between. It's a spark of fire. It's a seed, a flower. It's a butterfly's wing. It's a call and an answer. has no end, no beginning. It's receiving and giving. I release, I let go. Divine shrugging the shoulder. Ooh,
Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel on sax, John Day on keys, Luis Tovar on percussion, and Lisa Jacobs on bass. Really give it up for them. They're awesome. So amazing. Luis and Lisa are just finishing up being on the Grandstand show for 10 nights. Yeah, we got some good musicians, eh? There's a reason for it. Would you breathe with me, please? Just take in a deep breath. And again. And once more at your own pace. I'm looking, and several people in the audience are doing this. Do this. Do this. Put your hands on your heart, just like it is in the picture. And let's take one more deep breath, just because I love that. Nice. Thank you all always for indulging me just before I speak and breathing with me. So last week we talked about forgiveness. And we talked about it very specifically as it pertains to increasing and expanding our consciousness of prosperity. And yes, I talked a little bit about the class that's coming up, but mostly I talked about it as a spiritual tool. And I imagine that there were a few people who were a little taken aback by having something as deep and profound as forgiveness being discussed as a tool to allow more abundance in our lives. Because as we talked about, there are people who feel as if any talk about money or prosperity or material stuff has no place in a spiritual center. Some people were raised with beliefs around money being dirty. Anybody? Money being dirty, or that rich people were criminals, anything like that. You know, just so that kind of negativity around it, or else they were raised that poverty and doing without made them more pious and made them more devout or virtuous. Now, of course, none of that is true, because we live in a vast, limitless universe of abundance that is here for us. Raise your hand if you saw some of those photographs this week of the universe. OMG, we will be doing a talk about that very soon. It is beyond imagining how vast this universe is, and we are part of it, and it is here for us. Therefore, as we learn more about this, we come to understand that prosperity and abundance are simply expressions of limitless potential. Can I get an amen? And so it is absolutely, you guys are so indulgent of me, but you're all like, oh, good, amen. But it is absolutely appropriate to allow and to expect abundance in our lives. And one of the tools that we do use is what we've been talking about all morning, and that is to let go of our resentments, because holding on to them blocks our good. I said it's like consciousness is like this filter, and abundance and good and energy and all love, all that other stuff is flowing through it. But if it's clogged up with little things of bitterness and old hurts and resentments, it is essentially blocking our good from coming to us. So it's our job to clear out that gunk through the practice of forgiveness, because it opens up the channels. I love this quote. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future. Yes? Okay. So, most of us desire an enlarged future. Most of us want an enlarged, expanded, happier, more life, more health, more joy, more creative expression in our lives, right? So, and we know this because we learned this from the Bible, what Jesus said. I have come so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I didn't make that up. That's straight out of the Christian Bible. I have come so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. So really, talking about the deep and profound practice of forgiveness as it pertains to abundance belongs in a spiritual center. In fact, our founder, Ernest Holmes, said this: any sense of guilt we have, any burden of condemnation we entertain, or any mental state that weighs us down hinders us from more fully experiencing the nature of spiritual reality. Whew. Which brings me to today's talk, which is, but wait, there's more. And the reason why I called it that is because last week I realized that I still had a lot more to say about forgiveness. So, if I have to say it, you're going to have to hear it. This is kind of how this works, right? Now, if you have studied spirituality, if you've studied metaphysics, anything like this, you know the value of forgiveness. You may not want to practice it, but you know the value of it. You know that it increases everything in our lives. It keeps our bodies healthy. It keeps our minds clear. It opens up our hearts, makes our relationships better. In other words, anything that we can do to let go of what no longer serves us, just like the chant that we sang, anything that we can do clears the channels in all ways. And that includes letting go of the resentments, the hurts, the anger, and judgment that we hold about ourselves. Yeah, I'm talking about self-forgiveness. Anybody else just kind of like, bleh. I had a chance to practice self-forgiveness this week as I was working on my talk about self-forgiveness, and I was like, what the hell was I thinking? So again, I want you to understand this is a big topic. Oh, sorry, Val, I didn't mean to say a bad word. So this is a big topic, you understand. This is not one that can be covered in just a few Sunday morning talks. And I'm not going to go into the psychological reasons to do forgiveness, to practice forgiveness, because that isn't really my wheelhouse. I'm going to stick with the spiritual aspect of self-forgiveness because that is my wheelhouse. So the first thing that we need to understand from a spiritual point of view, hold on to your hats, is that forgiveness is not up to God or whatever you choose to call that. In other words, this infinite intelligence of the universe doesn't blame, it doesn't judge, therefore it doesn't forgive. And that freaks people out. Because many religions rely on God's forgiveness as part of the reward and punishment that keeps people in line. However, what we teach is that the universe is made up of impartial spiritual laws, which respond to input and stimulus that's given to them. So if we have done something wrong, then the consequence comes to us. We've made an error, and so the consequence comes back to us, and we experience it as punishment. Is this making sense? Understand what I'm saying? So there's this law, and the law doesn't care. It's impartial. We do something wrong. We think something wrong. It comes back to us as what we think is a punishment, but it is just a natural consequence to the action. Okay. Here's how Ernest Holmes put it. In the long run, no one judges us but ourselves, and no one condemns us but ourselves. We believe in a law that governs all things and all people. If we make mistakes, we suffer. We are our own reward and our own punishment. So it is our actions, it is our thoughts, it is our beliefs that bring about our consequences, not some imaginary guy up in the sky. So that is why it is so important for us to not only forgive others, but also to forgive ourselves. Now, in order to really understand this, though, it's necessary that we accept a few spiritual truths. One I just talked about. God doesn't judge, therefore God doesn't forgive. So just let that one go. Okay? Anybody ready to run out the room? Anybody turning off the live stream up there? Okay. So we already that. God doesn't judge, God doesn't forgive. The next one, this is a spiritual truth, is that each of us is an individual expression of spirit here on earth. Each one of us, as I said earlier, is a spark of the divine. And we are here having this life experience. However, and this is a little bit tricky. Life here on earth doesn't come with an instruction manual. How many of us wish it did? Yes, indeed. So here's what happens. We are these wonderful, limitless spiritual beings, and we're down in this energetically dense earth, and we're just kind of bumbling around, right? And as a result of our bumble, we step on toes. We make mistakes. And sometimes we hurt people in the process. And yet, despite of all that, most people, I'm looking at all of you in the love string in the eye, most people are doing the best they can with what they know, including us. Take that in. Most people are doing the best they can with what they know, including us. And as a rule, once someone knows better, they do better. I know. So in all of our bumbling around, and we've done thoughtless things and unkind things, and we've hurt other people. Sometimes we do it knowingly, sometimes we do it unknowingly, because that's the thing here in life on earth. We are ignorant until we're not. So sometimes we step on toes and we're ignorant that we've done it, and then we're not ignorant any longer. I love this meme. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it. Because here's the upshot. Our mandate in life is to grow. It is to learn. So once we recognize that we've made an error and we've learned from it, then we can do what we need to do to clean it up, to let it go, and to move on. So this is the key. This is a tool. If you've made a mistake, if you've hurt someone, number one, you realize that it's a mistake. You realize you've stepped on a toe. The next thing you do, and this is what's so hard, you make amends for it if you can. I'm really sorry. I didn't know what I didn't know. I'm really sorry. Then, key, change the behavior. And then, let it go. You guys with me? Yeah. So one thing I want to say on the topic of self-forgiveness is that sometimes the guilt that we hold on to about things is because of decisions that we've made for our greatest and highest good, but maybe harm someone else. Things like leaving a relationship because it didn't work anymore. And you know it's the best for you, but ouch for the other. What about changing jobs? What about changing jobs to go to something, to climb up the ladder? I know that one. I left a beloved community of 15 years to come here because I knew that it was right for me, and it was very hurtful to others. Still, after 10 years, still. What about making a change for the better for yourself, even though it appears maybe you're leaving someone behind? Anybody have that? Yeah. People get hurt when that happens. We know that. And yet our lives are supposed to be a spiral upwards. We are, every one of us, on our own path of awakening and awareness, and sometimes the path takes us in another direction. And we have to trust it. And forgive ourselves for doing something that was for our greatest good. Now, another side of this is making a decision or making a change that you absolutely know is best for for someone else, but it still fills you with guilt and remorse. I'm going to give you an example if I can, so just bear with me. Many of you know my dog Annie. Annie is a French Bulldog, Boston Terrier mix, and I rescued her in 2017 from a puppy mill. She was a puppy mill mama. Now, I adore Annie. I adore Annie. And I realized a while back that I wasn't able to provide Annie with the attention and the activity that she deserves. My life, my schedule, it just isn't, and I had never had a dog before, so I didn't know that. I work at my computer most of the day, and she would come in and just kind of look at me like, why aren't you playing with me? Because I'm too important, and I have stuff to do. I travel a lot. And she's a little feisty, right, Marty? Annie's a little feisty, so I didn't feel comfortable bringing her places. Okay, she was kind of a jerk, let's just face it, right? And I live in a townhouse that has no yard. So let's just imagine minus 12 inches of snow, a 12-inch dog. Now, fortunately, I have friends who also adore Annie. In fact, over the years, she's gone to stay with them quite often if I'm traveling or in something like that. So I made the decision. Another trip was coming up. Christmas was coming up. Winter was coming. I asked them if they wanted to adopt Annie. And they were absolutely delighted. And she was absolutely delighted. Here's a picture of her now. She's so happy. This is the world's happiest dog. She gets love and attention all the time. Somebody is always there to play with her and talk to her and pet her and tell her what an amazing dog she is. And she's part of a pack. And I get visiting privileges whenever I want. And I still deal with a lot of guilt and a lot of remorse that I couldn't fulfill my responsibility to her when I told her that I would. Even though I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I made the right decision for her, for me, for them. And yet whenever I visit her, I leave a little bit of sad. And I have to do my self-forgiveness work again. So I shared a quote last week during the meditation that really fits here, so I'm going to repeat it again. Forgiveness is not an emotion, it's a decision. And I'm not saying that any of this is easy. Forgiveness is not easy. It is also not a one and done. Here's the reason for that. We have a lot of habitual thoughts going on, and we repeat them over and over and over and over again. So this work, just when we think it's done, we go to one of those habitual thoughts and it comes back again. So this kind of work is ongoing. And yet when we do it, because we know that it's part of our growth, it's part of our evolution, it's part of our life's path. So we do it. So I'm going to close with a Buddhist meditation. Because John isn't here, could you maybe just noodle a little bit on the guitar? Thanks. This meditation, we've done it before here. It's called the Metta Sutta. It's also called the Loving Kindness Meditation. And if you kind of don't know how to do forgiveness work, this is something you can do. It's very, very simple. And it kind of encompasses all of the forgiveness part. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And just allow yourself to relax and breathe. For the next few moments, there's nothing you need to do. No place you need to go. This is your time right now. So I'd like you to listen to these words and take them as your own. If anyone has hurt me or harmed me, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed, I freely forgive them. I also forgive myself if I have hurt or harmed anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed. And I now invite you to bring to mind someone whom you love. And say to them, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free. And now bring to mind someone that you are neutral about. Just a person in your life. And say to them, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free. And now bring to mind someone who has harmed you, knowingly or unknowingly. And say to them, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free. And now bring yourself to mind. Look yourself into your loving eyes and say, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free. And now expand your thinking from beyond your own personal life. And think about the people in your life, the people in your town, in your province, in your country, and beyond this planet. And simply say, may all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings everywhere be peaceful. May all beings everywhere be free. And now take in a deep breath. And know that this is a technique that is easily done, and it encompasses so much. You can use it anytime. And so now slowly begin to bring yourself back to the room. Feel your chair beneath you. Maybe you want to stretch or wiggle your toes or your fingers. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And now please welcome back to the stage Elevation. But maybe not come out of your kind of meditative state and allow this song to bring you back.
It's like a harmonium, pure perfection has begun, shining like the midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come, I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven's sign. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemized by love's intent. Ever be an instrument, knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your word. Rolling like a thunder cloud, let me live my life out loud, standing for mankind and proud, baptized in the holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now, God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Spinning like a prayer fields, turning like Ezekiel's fields. Nothing like the kiss seals the spirit I found. Knowing what I'm here for, growing on the distant shores, flowing from the infinite, God and everyone. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh, God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with out of darkness I have come, I see God in everyone.
Oh. Elevation. Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel, Oliver, beautiful noodling during that. That was awesome. John Day, John, it's always nice to have you with us. Luis Tovar, Lisa Jacobs, give them a hand. They're so awesome. So this is, I can't tell, 1 minute. Okay. This is when we get to show our appreciation for the center, support it. I want to thank all of you who continue to support the center through the difficult times of COVID and just life in general. And those of you on our love stream who continue to do that as well, thank you. So you can send an e-transfer. What did I do here? You can go to the website, send a check, call the office, Conscious Commitment. You know how to do this. And thank you always for continuing to do that. For the rest of us, we're going to take our tithes, our gifts, our offerings, our donation, hold it to your heart, infuse it with some love and good juju, and let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And we're going to sing I Thank Love. I thank love for everything. 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 All righty, so our kids came back during that, so what do you want to tell us?
They just love hearing all the music and the energy, and they're like, but I want to listen to Amy, but I want to be in there. So it's really sweet. They just had to be in the room.
Okay, in the room where it happened.
Yeah.
The room
So
where it happened.
Today we talked a lot about friendship and planting friendship seeds and kind of what that means to us. A few weeks back, we planted some seeds out in our little garden, and so we went and watered those, and then we got to walk through the greenhouse, which, my goodness, those veggies are growing amazing, and I'm so grateful that we have the ability and accessibility to have fresh vegetables. It's crazy.
Yes.
They're so beautiful. Do you want to say anything?
Hi.
Good job. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Miss Rachel. Thank you, Jude, and where's JoJo? All right, woohoo! Awesome. So everybody, we're going to do our closing now. I almost went back to the old way of doing things. So let's stand up. We're going to rub our hands together. We're sending energy out to where it's needed, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh.
I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure. But I just can't wait for the day Bye.